What's up, guys? It's Kirk from LaneFlix Media. I have with me, formerly known as DG, Wendy.
Wendy's nuts.
And at her request, we're going to talk about Scream. And no, not that Scream. We're talking about Scream from 1996.
The good one.
Bitches.
Screw Scream 2022.
Right.
Messed up the whole franchise.
Haven't even seen it, but yeah. So, I like Scream, but I'll admit, first time I tried it, like years ago, I wasn't really that into it. I couldn't really understand like the tone, and I thought it was really stupid. And Wendy here recently got into it, like a little, like not even a year ago, right?
Like
a few
4 months ago.
Yeah.
No, like probably 3, but yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So then, she really liked him a lot, so she started showing them to me, and yeah, we're really into him now. She's like a huge fan. I'm like, they're interesting, but I'm not like a fan, you know?
I have like 3 Dewey shirts.
Yeah. She
Anyways.
literally cries about Dewey every day. Literally.
Yeah, I think about him. Oh.
Let's talk about why you love Scream.
Okay, so I think Scream is just really misunderstood, and also like it's like okay.
You're talking about Scream like it's a little goth kid in the corner.
I think it's misunderstood. It kind of is. Like, that's the vibe. Except, like, and then you get to know it, and it has a really good sense of humor. And then, like, their style is really good. And then, you know, and then you start, like, listening to their music, and you're like, Red Right Hand hits, bro. So, yeah, I like them because there's a lot of layers. And I have watched all of them probably at least 10 times, each of them. At least 10 times. Once again, I watched the movies for the first time like 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, and how do you feel about the series? Like the TV series?
I don't like it. I saw the MTV symbol and I was like, no, I'm not watching this.
And you said the new like mask was like, and you just didn't
Yeah,
like the vibe of the show.
Yeah, the vibe was off. I would say I would watch the show before I watched the newest movie again, though.
Oh wow.
No, that's not true. I'd watch the newest movie just because I feel like I misunderstood some stuff. But anyways, so yeah, it's very superb. The characters are really good.
You're more of a slasher fan than I am too, because I like slasher movies, but that's like
You like psychological stuff more.
Yeah. Like the slasher stuff is like your genre. Like you like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Ghostface, like.
Yeah, I like Jason, except I haven't really seen a lot of them.
Right.
I've just seen Freddy vs. Jason.
So, I come at this looking at it from like the movie standpoint and like the whole meta aspect of how it's making fun of the tropes of like the slasher genre.
Yeah.
So like I like all that stuff about it, and like they're decent slasher movies, and the only thing that like gets annoying to me about them before we get into the story of this one is like sometimes it feels like no matter who the bad guy is at the end, there's almost no way to figure out. Because there's so many red herrings, and there's so many teases.
Yeah.
There's no real... Because I appreciate a movie that completely just snows you and, like, teases the answer in front of you the whole time, but then you don't get it till the end, you know?
Yeah.
And Scream movies do that to an extent, but then it also feels like there's no straight line you can draw from the questions to the answer, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, like... But it's just a different style. It's, you know, it's a preference thing, so...
Well, the other thing that I really like about them is that, like, they make fun of, like, slashers, but in themselves, they're also really good slasher, like, movies, and they're, like, the comedy's good. I can't name a single character I hate other than Billy, but that's, like, obvious reasons.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes Billy,
Okay.
So anyway, just so we're fully into the movie. So, the movie opens with... Is this the first kill from Ghostface, the Drew Barrymore scene?
Yeah.
So that's the very first kill that
Casey
Ghostface does. Casey what?
Casey Becker is the character's name.
That's Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
I really like the scene. It's very iconic. It's almost... The scene, just the scene of her on the phone is almost like a bookmark in like slasher history.
Yeah.
Just because that's what like made the series, you know.
Yeah.
Is that scene and like all the references that are just in that first scene before she even gets killed.
She talks about like 3 different slasher movies.
Yeah.
I know she talks about Nightmare on Elm Street, and I know she talks about Halloween. I think that's what she talks
Friday
about.
the 13th too, right?
Oh yeah, they talk about Jason. Yeah.
So like all the big ones, yeah. What do you? Because you told me some stuff about this scene. I thought that like, didn't you know some behind the scenes stuff about this scene or
no? Yeah, I knew that Drew Barrymore has like apparently I read this somewhere. She has a hard time crying, and so Wes Craven like told her this story about this dude who lit like somebody's dog on fire.
Holy shit!
And so, like, this was, like, a couple days before they actually filmed. Like, he told her the story.
Okay.
And she, like, loves animals. So, like, she just started crying when he was telling her this. And then while they were filming, she was having a hard time crying. So he literally said, "I'm about to light the match." Like, bro. Dude literally, like, tormented her. It's kind of funny, though. Like,
it's really fun. Like, I love
because it's like, I'm sure he was, like, they've probably taken, like, so many shots, like, they've been filming for a while, so he's just like, I'm gonna just torment her, so she starts crying.
Well, and it's like,
it's not like that big of a deal.
There wasn't anything that was actually gonna happen. It was just to evoke an emotion.
Yeah, he wasn't, like, actually lighting a dog on fire.
Right. It'd be different if he, like,
anyway. Also, I mean, this isn't really behind the scenes, but I just really like the line where, he's talking to her, Ghostface is talking to her, and he says, like, something, and then he says something about her being blonde. Like, I don't remember exactly what he says, but I think he says that before he actually says, I want to know who I'm looking at. So it's like, if you caught that, you're like, okay, that's the killer, you know? Like, if it's your first time watching it and you had no clue what it was, you're like, okay, that's the killer.
Just the fact that he's like, I want to know who I'm looking at is like, ooh, because then they had that like Sting music. It's like,
it's like, it's like,
cool.
And then he just verifies it by calling her a blonde.
Right.
So that either means, like I said, it either means he knows her or he's outside her house.
I like the fact that the favorite that she picks is Halloween. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the OG.
Me.
Yeah, the OG.
Me before Scream, honestly.
Yeah.
I have to say my favorite is Scream.
So is Halloween your second?
Close second. Very close second.
Close second. Okay.
Like, it's second, but it's almost first. But it's just like who he hits, bro.
Yeah. So I think it's really clever that the first jump scare that we get, other than like the stinger scene, is actually one of the killers, Billy.
Yeah.
When Sydney's in her room.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty clever to me that before the twist ever even happens, we already have this like threatening subconscious thing about him. You know what I mean? I just thought.
And he's just like so creepy, bro.
He is really creepy.
Like, I remember watching it and I was like, he's creepy, but he's probably not the killer because he's her boyfriend.
Right.
And then after the first one, I was like, the second one, I was like, okay, I'm getting into the vibe. Like, it has to be your boyfriend, and it wasn't. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's like weird, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. It makes it unpredictable in a way, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So talk about, I guess you said that like some people like Billy.
Yeah, bro, like, I'm in this group chat. I'm not slandering anyone. Like, they can like whoever they want. I don't care. But, like, they were definitely talking about how they sent, like, shirtless pictures of Billy to their mom. I'm not even kidding. They sent me a screenshot.
What?
And, like, the mom was like, dang, he's hot. They were like, yo, Skeet Ulrich, or whatever his name is. They're like, he's hot. And they were sending, like, edits of him, because I guess he was on, like, a Vogue magazine, so he was, like, almost naked.
Good old Skeet.
Good old Skeet. Can't beat Skeet, bro. And then when Billy was like, I was watching The Exorcist, and it got me thinking about us, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
that line.
Yeah, you wrote that in there.
Yeah, dude, that line hits. Like, before he finishes what he's trying to say, I was like, what did he just say? I rewound it, and I was like, he definitely just said that. And then, like, he, like, continued what he was talking about. I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense, but, like, still a weird comparison to their relationship.
Yeah.
Watching The Exorcist, and he's like, got me thinking about us. I was like, what?
Who says that?
Literally.
There's an acoustic cover of Don't Fear the Reaper.
Kind of slaps. You said it's bad. I kind of like
think
it.
it's pretty terrible. But
I think it's just, like, it fits Scream, though. It's silly.
It's... okay.
Like, I will say it's bad, but I feel like it fits that scene. Because it's, like, stupid, like, young teenagers and they're just, like, vibing in their room.
Yeah. It could be something they were listening to. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was clearly a reference to Halloween, but I'm just saying.
Is that song in Halloween? Oh, yeah, usually it's playing in the car.
Yeah,
right?
when they're smoking the joint. But, like, maybe it is a comment on how, like, Scream is kind of like a cover of slasher movies.
Yeah.
Because it kind of it's kind of there. I don't know.
I just want to say something. Final Destination 2 has at least 2 Halloween references and 1 Scream reference. The sheriff in Scream is Sheriff Burke, and Officer Burke is in Final Destination 2. That might not be a direct reference, but like,
That's
I don't
cool.
hear that name a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And then also the mom's name of the like teenage son in Final Destination 2. Her last name is Loomis, and then the pregnant lady's last name is Carpenter, which is like a.
Oh yeah, you pointed that out when
John
we watched
Carpenter,
that.
yeah.
Here we get a line that Sydney says. She says.
Wait. That's after the Sydney. Okay. So when they're putting Billy in the car, bro, I don't know why it's so funny. When they're putting Billy in the car, oh wait, no, we have to talk about how so Sid runs back downstairs away from Billy, opens the door, and Dewey's standing with a ghost face mask in front of his face, and then he takes it down. Sydney screams, and then he also screams, bro. It's so funny.
Isn't that that's the entrance of Dewey?
Yeah, literally just him screaming. Yeah. The way he screams too, bro. It's so funny.
Yeah.
When they're putting Billy into the car, like the cop car, he's like, Sydney, and his voice cracks, and then like it goes to a completely different shot and like other people talking, Dewey and Sheriff Burke, and then all you can hear is Sid in the background, bro. She's talking to like they were outside after school, and she was talking to like Stu, Billy,